Hello and welcome to another episode of Baggers Chat. My name is Sam and I'm joined as always with Jack, Ethan and the lovely Mitchell. We'll go through a bit of pre-season talk. We'll review the match against the Saints. I think you two boys are there.
Sure. Yeah, nice.
Anything you got down?
Oh, they were.
That's why I said you two.
Yeah,
No worries.
I wasn't there.
Off to a great start already. So we'll get stuck into that and we've got plenty more to go through. Alright, we'll start off with the review of the St Kilda match, boys. I watched bits. I was at work. I watched bits of it on KO, I think it was. So you two boys are there. Didn't sit together because I believe you don't like each other.
Hey.
That's alright.
Another great start to the episode.
Speechy, run us through your takeaways from the game, mate.
I think key takeaways was no injuries. I think it was the first time. Obviously, Charlie Cano, but he's fine. He's not been rested in the Melbourne game. He's fine.
Yeah.
And then I think for a negative, that run in the second quarter, we didn't kick a goal. St Kilda kicked 5, I think.
Yeah.
So that's still concerning. Transition defense still a little bit concerning, but I think our clearance work was elite with Cripps, Hewett, Cerra in the middle there. Like it was beautiful to watch. Just how they work the ball out with almost uncontested all of the time. So that was really promising. What about you, Duff? What did you find?
Yeah, I felt the first quarter was great. Solid start. I think how much we're up by 4 goals.
Yeah.
I know the Saints aren't the strongest side in the AFL, but it was good to see structurally how we set up, especially around the ball, getting numbers to stoppages. It just looks like a bit of a change, every pre-season you get all excited about, it's a bit of a change, but you can actually see it. The way we wanted to play, there was more handballing, more quick moving around the ground rather than long balls. Particularly Adam, Cerra and Hewitt, the new recruits, geez, they look good.
Yeah.
They look like they've been a car for a few years. They worked well with Cripper. And I think it was a solid start. Just a pracky match, so you can't take too much out of it.
Just on that as well with Cripper, were you pleased with his performance or Cripper of old, would you say?
Yeah, and he just did his role. Like he's a physical beast. So getting it out to guys like Cerra and O'Brien's and that, they can use the ball better.
Yeah, he reminds me a bit of you, tall and solid bloke. You watched it? Did you?
I did because I work at 1 o'clock, so in Carlton's kind of hard to get back.
Yeah, I do, mate.
But I was quite impressed. Obviously, that quarter that you were talking about, obviously not pleasing because that's something that we've seen past couple of years that is quite a concern. But as you said, your man George Hewett was terrific. I reckon he was probably close best on ground, but as you said, Paddy Cripps, I reckon he was best on ground. Yeah, very good.
Absolutely, mate. I think everyone's favourite, or definitely a positive start at least, was obviously Cerra. So what is his position round 1? Where did he play against the Saints? You boys watched it, and where will he line up round 1 against the Tigers, especially?
It was mostly on the ball and then rested up forward, so he was 2 goals when he was resting up there. But obviously there was a little bit of wing rotation with the other mids, but it was mostly on the ball and moving forward. That's what I saw.
Yeah, I think middle. Considering Walshy's probably out for round 1, hopefully he makes a quick recovery and plays round 1.
Probably out for round 1.
Huh?
Walshy's probably out for round 1.
He's not wrong about Justin. He's not wrong about
I never rule out Walshy. But no, I think you'll start in the middle. But I think once Walsh comes back, I think Cerra could even start on a wing. We need that for a fair bit. At Freo, they had a fair few mids to rotate through. So who knows? I reckon in the middle, round 1.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I think, because we were speaking yesterday about the rotation maybe with Cerra and Walsh when Walsh is fit. But I reckon Cerra smack bang in the middle with Hewett and Cripper to start round 1 against the Tigers.
Beautiful. All right. We all got our tickets, have we? Round 1?
Yep. Locked in.
Locked in. Yours, mate?
No.
Okay.
Putting my faith in general admission.
Alrighty.
I am a cheap bastard.
I've got you here. Although you two boys are there, we'll definitely get your opinion on it. But Lockie O'Brien, is he a lock for round 1? Genuine winger. Who's in front of him? Where's he playing?
Yeah.
Where do you see him, mate?
I think he did well. I think the first half he wasn't particularly as pleasing. Hey.
Oh, just Dash getting a bit of meat
on
the camera.
Just had a little look at it. But I think 27 disposals to finish the game, which is pretty pleasing to see. As we said, I haven't said halfway through the match he wasn't good to see. It just wasn't as effective as we saw towards the end of the season. But I reckon after that second half might be locked in. I think
Yeah.
he's just better than like a Jack Noons or maybe even like a Zach Fisher, maybe getting into the wing. But I reckon Lockie O'Brien lock him in for round 1.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
What do you, mate?
He's playing round 1, I think.
Yeah, you had a few things to say in the group chat about him. I think you were happy with him.
I was happy
overall,
with him, yeah.
but you had a few
Yeah, it was just
unhappy
the
moments.
usual O'Brien things he kind of does, which
Yeah.
is, he'll develop. But no, he looked better. He had 27 touches. I don't think that's got to be a career high almost.
Yeah,
Unless that
it
Saints
would
game
be, yeah.
last
I
year.
don't know how. Yeah.
He's
The
great.
27
Close
is
to
a lot.
it. Yeah.
Practice match, so
Yeah,
so we had a
let's,
bit.
not as high intensity. But no, I think he's got to play. I think those types of guys are going to play from round 1 rather than earning it sometimes. Like, just get a bit of confidence behind them, get them playing good footy. So, yeah, I think he'll play round 1.
Beautiful, mate. Let's get the questions up later on. What's your opinion on Lockie O'Brien, mate? Got some stats in front of us there by the looks of it. Are they relevant now? Or?
Look, I don't know. I mean, I think he'll play round 1. I don't think he's in our best 22. Like, he's not in my best 22 personally.
So who's he playing instead of?
I would say personally, Walsh. I think.
Yeah.
So then Walsh or Cerra will be that other wing spot with I have Doherty as the other wing.
Oh, Doherty, okay.
So for a fully fit team, I don't have him in the team. But he was after the first half. He was very very good against the Saints. So he was. He made mistakes, but he also hit some good targets. So it's just typical Lockie O'Brien.
So like you're not too keen on having a genuine winger. You kind of just want like a Cerra because they can play both roles.
Yeah,
Cerra and Walsh. That's how talented
they're
they are.
big runners. So
Okay.
That was another good thing to see. What would be a good thing to see? Doherty, I think, is playing twos or something.
Yeah, he's playing VFL.
VFL, yeah.
This week.
So good to see.
Yeah.
He's playing round 1, is he? We haven't heard.
I think he's playing for
I think he's a chance. I thought.
Yeah.
There's a chance round 1.
Yeah.
I think he will.
Yeah.
You probably need him.
Yeah.
Considering losing the skill of Walsh to the side, so I think he should be playing. But obviously depends on how he's recovered and how much games he's got into him.
Where do you think he'll play?
On the wing.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right. Obviously, it was our first look at. We saw him in open training, but in terms of the actual game plan, it was our first time looking at Vossi's game plan since he's got to the Blues. What was your takeaways there? We've got Jackson Speechley. What were your takeaways there, mate? Were you happy with it? Tell us a bit.
It was definitely much more focused on intensity at the contest, especially in the forward half. I thought our small forwards put up, like Durden and Owies were really, really strong in the contest in the forward line, really put on good pressure. Savani as always. That's just his game. But yeah, definitely a bigger focus on pressure and all around the ground.
What was the obviously it's one game, it's practice match. The key differences that we weren't seeing last year, now we've seen this year or this season perhaps.
I think it's just probably the biggest difference is I don't know. It's hard because it is only one practice game, but I think we just work for each other a lot more than what we saw, I guess, late in the season. I guess, and it is only a practice game, but it was actually just a lot more cohesion between the group, which is surprising. Really.
Yeah, but anyway, it's just a practice game for us. It's just a practice game for them. You know what I mean? Still an even thing. Everyone wants to win. So I think it was still good that we won. Did they have the best players playing? I said I didn't watch much.
Yeah, I think they had.
Except
Ryder and Marshall.
Yeah.
So the rucks. So we dominated in the ruck, but I think everyone else they all played.
Yeah, exactly. What's his game plan, mate?
I agree with Jack. One thing also is an 18-man defence when we turn over the ball. Last year we had cut up through the middle, which we did at some parts during the game last week. But you can just see teams like Melbourne, they just set up well.
Yeah.
I think that'll help. If we're cutting down on how many goals we're leaking, 2 to 3 goals a game, we're going to be winning more games of footy. So yeah.
Yeah, agree. You might?
Yeah, because I think that was probably the main thing that I saw is normally one winger goes forward, one winger goes into the back line, but I saw actually the two wingers on the TV kind of on the live streaming, on our favourite live streaming, but the two wingers, as soon as they knew that St Kilda had the ball and were going to march, like the Brad Hills, they were sprinting, and usually they have one winger staying more of a forward line sort of winger, one in the back line, but I think it was Lockie Bryan and I don't know who the other one was, but sprinted, and it's just so good to see, because as we said, it's the only way that we really get to see Vossi's game plan going into round 1. So yes, we can see it as a pracky match, but I think it's a good sign to actually see that we've actually changed. But obviously the second quarter that we've spoke about, not too pleasing, but it's still good that we came back.
I like your choice of words there too. When the Saints got it, they were marching. I like
that.
That's good.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah, no, it's good. Obviously, we're filming this Thursday afternoon, so we're playing the D's. Today, obviously, the match will go out after that, so we'll wait and see what happens there. We'll be there. Don't think you boys are going. Or you're going? No.
Footy training, mate.
Footy training, yeah. Priorities, I guess. Yeah, beautiful. All about Hewett. So, do you sort of what's his role going to be? What did he do? What's he going to do round one? Obviously, he's going to play. Where's he going to line up? Ethan?
I think he's a perfect replacement for Ed Kerno.
Yeah.
Just in terms of, I think he does what Ed Kerno can do. Not talking shit about Ed, but he just has more in his arsenal. He can use the ball better. He uses the ball very well. And he lays tackles all day. I think he's going to be perfect for Cribs.
Yeah.
Not having Cribs the only bloke laying tackles in the middle. So
yeah. Obviously, I threw you off a bit there, going Ethan, but we've got you now, mate.
No, that's fine. Yeah, you're definitely on ball. I don't know. I see that Ed Kerno role. Probably a tagger if we needed a tag, and also float back to a half-back flank if needed as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, primarily, on the ball, I think, be his main role.
Beautiful. Pato?
Yeah, well, I got a steal in Supercoach because I put George Hewett in the back line because he's classified as a defender midfielder. Not like you beauty defender, you beauty. But he looked really good. As I said, like in the notes, it just says he just kind of just lets Cripps really start to unleash, and I just don't think we've really had that. Ed Kerno probably a little bit smaller than George Hewitt, but yeah, he looked really good, really good.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, we sort of touched on it before, but Cripper. So obviously sole captain this season as well, which I think is probably a good idea or a great idea. Then we've got the dual vice captains, don't we?
Yeah.
Weeding and Walsh, is it?
Yeah.
So, you've written these notes, mate. So best on ground, looks fit, silky.
Yeah.
Positive sign from the skip. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Well, I say Cripps back to be his best question mark. As we said, we can't really look too much into a bracket game.
Yeah.
He looked good for a bracket, like he did look good. I don't think he was that good in last year's bracket game against Essendon. So I think the difference from that to that, it just looks better.
Yeah.
And I just purely think that George Hewitt's role is just underrated because I just think that his big body, if you have Cripps, Hewitt in the middle with say like a Cerra or like a Walsh in our best 22, that's a bloody good midfield. So happy to see that. I think he was best on ground. What do you guys think? Is that just me or?
Yeah, exactly. Top three, definitely.
So it is just you.
Maybe.
He's great. I think maybe a Cerra or a Hewitt best on ground.
Yeah, best on ground.
Just the impact they had all around the ground.
Yeah.
Kicking goals, especially Cerra. But yeah, Cripps looks fit, looks leaner again, but like a good lean. You just need him fit.
Do you know who he reminds me of? You.
I think he's a little bit taller. Like I think Davis, about 7'1" or something.
7'4", mate.
7'1"
But no, last year we had issues with him from the first 5 rounds, talking about if he had a broken fucking back. Sorry about the F-bomb.
And that was like round 1. And that was like round 1. They were saying, Cripps was in.
The worst thing is it was all media, and then Teague didn't know. So yeah.
Yeah. Well said, mate. Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I have to agree with everything. I think the one blight that I had on his game was when he took that good grab on the 50, played on, and then handballed it.
Yeah,
that's still that hesitancy he has to kick the ball at the times is still a work in progress. But I mean, he'll get there. I'm sure.
I was like, no, it's happening again. He does it a lot. He's cut down on it, I think.
Yeah.
Just kick the ball.
Just
kick the ball. Just get in. Especially in games where you're against a Melbourne or a Richmond, where you're not getting too many inside 50s in a quarter. Just get it in. Get a chance.
Yeah.
You got Charlie and Harry down there.
Brody Kemp even. Ooh, that's another one for me.
There we go.
No.
Do you want to elaborate, mate? Where's he going to play? What's he going to go? Tell us.
I don't know if he, right now, because we're going to do a Best 22 episode later on, but I reckon right now, I've changed it about a million times, but he's in my Best 22. He's in my best
this week.
Yep.
See what happens.
Might change
right this minute, he's in my best 22.
12:20 on a Thursday.
5:23 might change.
Now also, mate. All right, beautiful. Before we get stuck into the questions that our lovely fans have sent in, we're going to actually go from a few questions from me and Jack. Actually, first up, obviously, we had the pleasure of representing Baggers Chat this morning. Hopefully, be out the next week or so. on Footy Live through Sportsmate with Jimmy Zabo. So look forward to seeing that come out. But a few questions have popped up there I wanted to ask you boys, if that's okay with you guys.
That's right.
Of course.
Is that alright? Alright, do you remember any of them? So what was it?
You have thrown me. This is a good one. This is a good one.
Yeah.
If you could look like any Carlton player, which
Oh,
would you
mate.
We already looks like one. And he looks like the ex coach.
The extra TV, yeah. I'll take that.
Matt Cottrell.
Cotties.
The Rooster.
That'd be Cripper, I reckon.
Oh yeah. What do you reckon we said?
Sauce.
Yeah.
You would have said 100%. 100%. What? There's actually a few alright looking ones, isn't there? I reckon Kempy's alright.
Yeah.
Campy is very alright.
Kemp, Sauce. Not too sure about Cotters, but alright, Chris and I.
Great question.
Got another one for you. Alright.
Yep.
Good answers, I like it. Play Adelaide, obviously. Never tear us apart, scars in the air, bit of carry on.
Yep.
But we love it. If we could do one, scars in the air before every game, before all our home games, what will the song be? Do you want to do it for us now? What will the song be?
I think we'll just have to be there. Oh, what song?
Well,
What's going to get
Maybe
you
the Vegas chat.
Melbourne
Song.
Victory do
Vegas chat.
my heaps of soccer teams do it.
Yeah.
Melbourne Victory do Stand By Me.
They do it for reasons, don't they? Like, is it
Every game.
I think
No,
Stand By
so-
Me should be
Liverpool-
ours though, because we have Sticks Kerner here.
which one doesn't? For obviously there was an incident, like the trampling incident.
Oh, that was that's Liverpool.
Liverpool, that's
Never
right.
walk
Yeah.
away.
See, like things like that, at least have a meaning type of thing.
Yeah,
like a
I
tragic
think-
accident.
Yeah, it's tougher footy. I think. I don't think people will adopt it.
And I think
Give me a song. Give me a song.
If
Come
it's
on.
good, I think people.
Give me a song.
Oh, fuck, you put me on the spot.
Well, being Carlton Sport, A Highway to Hell.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Especially if we're bottom six.
Yeah.
It's a long way to the top.
Yeah, I don't even know. You got me on it. Like, you can't.
I went Holy Grail. I liked it. I thought
Yeah, Holy Grail's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon that's too much grand because of like Channel 10 when they use it.
Yeah,
in
it's
their
all that the
coverage.
symbolism.
But
of
yeah,
the
that's a good
final.
one.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was good. Another question. What else we got?
Wait,
There was another one I thought of, but I can't think of it now.
you must have asked good questions then.
Yeah, all good questions. Man. My memory's terrible.
You've stumped me here, mate.
All right, we'll go into the
Sorry, mate.
questions now that
Yeah.
fans have sent through. If you remember any, we'll get back to them. So
Yeah.
this one's a few from Liam Berkey. We like that.
Oh, Berkey.
Berkey, yeah. What Blues players are a lock in for Supercoach this year?
Wait.
Mitchell Pattinson.
Obviously, spoke about George Hewett.
Yep.
I think the other one's Cripper. He's so cheap. He's like $4.54, I think. Cheap like Cripper.
Yeah.
I reckon he'll be back. Also, I think I
Ooh.
showed you yesterday the Supercoach team. Jesse Motlop, 117k on the bench. Lock him in.
Lock him in, all right.
Yeah. I've got one that's very, it might be controversial, but I reckon Zach Williams can have a big year. I'll half back. I think, yeah.
Maybe midfield.
Yeah, what do
Transition.
they got him in as?
Is he a
I
pop?
think he's like 500, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's gone up a bit.
500.
Yeah.
Is he worth that?
Don't know. Is he worth 800? That would be. I don't know. It's too hard.
I like it, it's good.
I think you got to have Walshy. It's got to be said, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty handy.
Yeah. 100%.
But more of a, we're looking for more for a bit of a who you think's going to play a few games here, a bit of value.
Smoke.
We're looking for
Yeah.
value. Going for the 2022 Brownlow medalist is just a cop out.
I have one. Actually, I have one that I totally forgot. Jack Carroll. Jack Carroll's going to play. 123.
Is he injured?
Nah, I don't think he's.
Oh, I thought he. Oh, it might be.
Well, he's on the Supercoach team, so I might need to change
No, maybe
that.
he's not. Alright, I thought he was.
He might be, but
Dirt's maybe thinking of.
Durden might be a bit of value.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah. How much is he though?
Couldn't tell you.
he'd be
I
cheap.
think
He'd be cheap though. Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
He has to be. All right, beautiful. Good answers, boys. I like them.
Last question, Berkey. Shout out to
Good
Berkey.
on you, Becky. All right, beautiful. Moving on to the next question now. From we sort of spoke about it a little bit, but this is going a bit further. This one here, digging a bit deeper here. From Benny Perkins, Patrick Cripps Brownlow season.
Yep, so I know Benny Perkins.
Yep.
Versed him in footy last year, beat his team by about 100.
Oh.
How did you go? More importantly.
Yeah, I did well. That's
Oh,
probably-
you did well.
that's probably
How many
good.
goals?
BOG.
But no,
I was
How many
playing
goals?
in the middle, I was setting up all the goals.
Oh,
Yeah.
So didn't get any goals, but still got some ground.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Well, so in that logic, can we just, sorry Benny, in that logic, Woodering doesn't kick any goals.
Hey, best
Can he
one,
see-
He
Greg.
saves them. How many did you save?
Oh, so, mate, on the line, mate. No, I'm joking. Yeah, Cripps could be Brownlow, but I think Walsh will take votes on him once he comes back.
That's the
Yeah,
issue.
no,
Exactly right.
Yeah. It will be close. I reckon I'll be. I don't know. Just what I saw in the practice match, Cripps just looks back to his best, but I don't want to jinx him.
I don't know about Brownlow, but I would love AA squad.
Yeah.
No, fair enough.
Middle or on the bench?
Just the 40-man squad. Just
40?
set them up, and then if you can break through from that.
Yeah.
How old is he going to this season? 26. 27.
Well, considering
7,
I don't think he's going to ever get back to the form of like the first few years.
Don't
Like,
reckon.
where he's really excited. I don't think he needs to anymore, really, as such.
Yeah.
Either. So if he didn't get one then, I don't think he's going to get one now. I don't think he's ever going to get one.
Yeah.
But beautiful. Moving on. It's a good question. I like this. Sorry, this is from Mark Petkoff, I believe. I hope I said that right.
Shout
Shout out. Best player that left Carlton, there's a few of them, and went on to be great at another club. Paddo.
Oh, I think Mitch Robinson will be up
We'll
there.
throw a few out, obviously.
Robbo,
Kennedy, obviously.
Robbo great.
no, not great.
Is he, one of the,
No,
is he the better one, though?
He's a job doer.
It's pretty rare that you see a player leave to another club and be better. It's rare. It's rare. Like you do see it, but
I
it's
hope
rare.
Cherry.
Yeah, I hope
becomes
Cherry.
that.
Exactly. Well, they usually come to us and be a lot worse. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, who's the best player that's left us and been better at another club?
Wow.
Who do you miss the most? Who would you say, let's get him back?
Eddie Betts.
And Best was better at.
He
When he left Adelaide,
Yeah.
He lifted again.
Yeah.
He was playing at a really high level, so
Yeah.
I'd say Eddie.
Zach Tui.
Yeah, exactly.
I
I was meant to say that. Yeah.
Where Henderson?
Shout out.
Well,
No shout out. No shout out. We'll get people unsubscribing from the channel. We're talking about him.
How about Sean Grigg?
Oh, don't start me on that bloke.
Premiership.
What about Hampton?
Sean Grigg.
Oh, it's Sean
He's back.
Henderson.
He's back.
Is he?
Come on.
He's AFLW.
Oh,
Yeah.
love it.
From beautiful. Great question, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to Barney. I think it's your mate, isn't it?
Yeah, Barney.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right. Shout out. You guys concerned for Fogarty? I think he is in our best 22, but Voss obviously doesn't.
Yep.
So first off, do you believe Voss doesn't believe he's in the best 22, and should he be? I guess.
I haven't heard about Vossi thinking what his best 22 is, but I mean, I don't think he will share it right now. But right now, Fogarty is in my best 22.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't really know what position he's really locked into.
Yeah.
Like, is he I know he's a forward, but you know, we kind of brought him in as a forward mid to be able to rotate. That's what he did at Geelong. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's in or not. It's too hard.
I have him just outside, but watching him in the twos against Sandy last week, like when he rotated into the midfield in the third quarter, he dragged us from 5 goals down to within a point. Like he dominated in the midfield. Like it was incredible to watch against someone who we hadn't really seen as that dominant midfielder. It was just winning clearances left, right, centre. So that's another thing to consider. But
So you stayed around for the twos. You didn't because
No.
you had better things to do. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I had a
Where they played, so they played at Icon Park.
Yeah,
so
played after the
he
ones.
didn't have to move. He could have sat there, but better things to do. Beautiful. Well said, mate. That's good. Alrighty, moving on to Berkey again. All right.
Berkey again.
Thanks,
Is that alright? Or?
No, of course, man. You will love it.
I don't even say you don't like him, but
Okay. Okay. He is a Collingwood supporter, so that might be the
Oh, really?
reason why I don't
alright. Well, this is one then. So who's the much-watch young star to watch for the Blues? That confused the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Who are you looking forward to? The young star for the Blue Baggers? Who's going to be exciting to watch? Motlop, something like that?
Yeah, it's not really the greatest English Berkey, come on. But, up there probably. I reckon just Motlop.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were actually having him in for the best 22. I don't know. I was actually thinking that I might, because now I'm starting to think about, like literally 10 minutes later, I might change my best 22. But I'm actually.
can't have 30 guys in 22.
Yeah, I
Paddo.
know. I might have the whole 44 or something. 44, 45 squad. But I reckon he'll be seen early on in the season.
Yeah, beautiful. I think that's very good. I've probably who I would have went with.
Jack Carroll for me.
Yep.
I think he's very similar to Cripps, being that tall midfielder from Perth. So being under Cripps' wing, I think he'll shine when he gets a gig.
Yeah, beautiful.
Personally, I reckon it's Durden's breakout year. I think he'll get a rising star norm this year, and breakout year.
Awesome. Well said, mate. Alrighty, exciting times ahead for the Blue Boys. I just remembered another question from Jimmy this morning. Jimmy. Blues best and fairest. Who is he going to be?
Walsh.
Even though he's missing a month, at least. Walsh.
I think Walsh.
I agree. I said Walsh.
I think
you
you're top.
didn't say Walsh.
I said Weeders to win his second.
Oh yeah.
It's good. Like, Like
It's a
even
good problem to
Cooper.
have.
Like we talked about Cooper most of the episode.
Yeah.
I haven't even spoken about Cooper.
Another one for you boys. That's good. I liked it. It's good. All right. Another one. All right. First 6 games. Who are we playing? So Richmond,
Doggies.
Port,
Hawks.
Hawthorn,
Hawks.
Port, Gold Coast,
And
Freo.
Yeah.
How many do we win?
4.
So we had 3 and 3. I think we had. So who do we have? We had round 1. I think we'll win.
Richmond.
2 was who again?
Dogs.
Dogs. I don't think we'll win. I think we're close.
Close.
I think we should have beaten them last year.
We always match up against them.
Exactly.
Well,
so I think we're close either way. But I'll put it down to a loss.
Yep.
Round 3, Hawks.
Win.
Obviously. I'd say quite comfortably, personally. 6 goals.
MCG too.
Yeah, pretty good
Lucky.
that.
Super lucky.
Yeah, and then Gold Coast, is it? I think next week.
Goldie over
Yeah.
there.
This should be a win.
Should be
Should be
quite
a
Casbolt, danger
comfortable
game.
win.
but
Yeah,
Joel.
comfortable win. Port, I don't see this. I think we'll lose by quite a few goals. 5-6 goals.
Oh no, MCG.
I don't think
MCG.
I think we played terribly. I think, did we play 2 games against them last year?
Yeah.
One we got
both
flogged
Yeah,
in,
that's
and
right.
the G, I
Oh,
think was not competitive.
yeah.
That one of the G
Oh,
was so
we got flogged
frustrating.
by North as well. So
Yeah, so I think we'll lose that one. So I think 3 and 3. What
Yeah.
are you boys saying?
I reckon 4 and 2. I'd be more happy.
Who are we betting that I didn't say?
Richmond will be.
Yep.
Doggies is 50-50. I reckon we could get it. But
Alright, win. Yeah, okay, win. Move on to the next one.
Hawks win.
Hawks win 3.
Gold Coast win.
Don't
Port
you take one?
loss. Freo over there.
Yep.
We're due to lose over there, so 4 and 2. So we win the first
See,
one.
we had us win that. We reckon we won that.
The one in Freo.
I think we'll win it. Did
Yeah.
you have us win
I
it?
know I went.
You went lose.
You went.
We
You went
did match
4 and
up
2.
well against them, so it's tough. But
Yeah, maybe I went 4 and 2.
Doggies is 50-50 for me. I don't really
Yeah,
know.
I don't think we were close. We should have
We
been
just
last
match
year.
up well against them.
Should
Even
have
though
been
we're terrible.
last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't get close to Melbourne, but we should have been the Dogs last year.
Yeah. Richmond
I
win.
did have 4 and 2. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richmond win. Dogs loss. I reckon 4 and 2. We'll probably just lose to Port, but playing at the G, I don't know.
And
I know.
yeah, I think we'll be better. So yeah, watch out, Paul.
Beautiful. Yeah, I like it. That was good, boys. Well done. Are you trying to get to as many games as you can obviously this year?
Yes.
Out of all the Melbourne games, trying to get to every one of them?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll try and do it in a state trip. Everybody will do a bag shade state trip.
Yeah. Stay
But,
tuned.
no, we'll see. We'll see. But
Bang,
Awesome.
shake
It's
down
been
that
good,
one.
boys. Anything else you wanted to chuck in before we get going?
go the bag is all the best for tonight.
Yeah, obviously, thanks to Jimmy for having us on this morning, being Thursday morning. Thanks to who else there was Gordon, Nick, everyone else setting it up was really good. We look forward to collaborating with them I think more throughout the year, whether that's in a written form or we're going onto their platform a bit more. We're looking forward to that. That'd be really good for us, I reckon. So stay tuned for that. And if you're not already, what are we on? Facebook, Instagram.
Oh, no more. We're on it.
AML. Snapchat's coming soon.
Snapchat, OnlyFans as well.
Hey.
Just exclusive behind the scenes. Pretty much Sammy in the gym, but
You boys
stay
said
tuned.
You boys said that anyway. Alright. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all for our little best 22 episode before we get stuck into the round 1
Yep.
preview against the Tigers.
And as always,
Thanks so much.
go Mighty Blues.